Okay, I'm back. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And you're still so
السلام
silent.
عليكم.
طب انتوا ممكن اسالكم سؤال؟ يعني دلوقتي غبت تقريبا حوالي 5 دقايق. What are you doing in these 5 minutes? What were you doing? Honestly speaking. Huh?
We're waiting for you, Mrs. Hend.
ما waiting for me silently كده ليه؟ مش احنا قلنا بلاش to wait for me silently و try to use your time. يعني حتى لو أسماء مثلا يعني أسماء she can easily play one of the listening tests ببساطة جدا وأنا هرجع أكمل معاكم وأشرح لكم الحاجات المطلوب مني أشرحها easily. We can يعني عارف let the ball يعني let the ball running. Do not stop.
Let the ball running. حلو ده.
Yeah.
حلو سينما اكتبها بقى.
ماشي هو ده اللي انتوا فالحين فيه تهزروا وتضحكوا انما نشتغل مفيش شغل.
جيل ضايع ما اعرفش اللي جابوه ازاي.
انتوا ايه اللي جابكم هنا؟
ده ابن مين يا
Okay, let's start. احنا كنا بنقول انه في listening test. Okay. Again, write down the numbers 1 to 40. And I apologize for what happened. It was an internet connection. All right. Okay. Done with writing down the numbers 1 to 40?
Yes.
Oh, Bismillah. Let's start.
Instructions. You will hear a number of different recordings and you will have to answer questions. There will be time to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once.
Now you can see and hear well, right? Are there any complaints?
For the voice, but we
Volume is to some extent low.
Oh, it was low, but not anymore. Any more complaints? No? So let's get started.
Once only. The test is in 4 sections. Write all of your answers in the listening question booklet. At the end of the real test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet.
Is that okay?
Okay, it's fine.
All right.
Now turn to section 1 of your booklet. Section 1. You are going to hear a conversation between an agent and a client. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6. Now listen to the tape and answer the questions.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Are you open yet?
Yes, we are. Come in. Would you like to rent an apartment in the city?
Well, kind of. I'd rather rent one near the harbor if possible.
Oh, okay. Do you like the water?
Yes, I do, but I actually repair sailboats for a living, so I'd like to be close to work.
That's understandable. We all want to live close to work. Well, I think I have something near there. How many rooms would you like?
Just one. I'm alone. But I would like to have an extra room for my dog.
So you'd like 2 rooms and an apartment that accepts animals. Here's one. It's 1 block up from the harbor and renting for $445. How's that?
That's perfect. Just what I was hoping to pay. What floor is it on?
Floor? Oh, it's on the 12th floor.
That's too high. I'd like to be on the 1st or 2nd floor so that I don't have to use the elevator. My dog, he's scared of them.
Oh, well then, that's a little more complicated. Let me make a few calls. Okay, I think I found a couple more for you. Here's one that might suit your needs.
How much?
$395 a month.
That's cheap.
but it's only a one-bedroom. A large one, but it's still just one room.
Oh, well, regardless of whether the room is small, I still need a separate room for my dog. What else do you have?
Then I have a two-bedroom for $565 on the second floor that is a little further away from the harbor.
How far?
About a half mile, and they accept pets.
That's a little more than I had planned on paying, but I guess I could look at it. What's the address?
224 Williams Avenue, Harbor Square.
224 Williams Avenue. Got it. Now look at questions 7 to 10. As the talk continues, answer questions 7 to 10. What else is included?
Let's see, it has a washer and dryer, refrigerator and stove, a bed, dressers and shelves, and access to a swimming pool, game room, and gym.
Ooh, I'll definitely take a look.
Hi, how did you like it?
It's great. I love the amenities, but the bed and furniture are awfully dirty. Can they replace those before I move in?
Sure, that shouldn't be a problem. Anything else?
Yeah, I didn't see anywhere to park my car. Is there a parking lot in the basement?
Yes, there is. Would you like to rent a space?
No, I'd like that to be included in the rent.
Oh, well, I'll see what I can do, but I can't guarantee that. Do you want to take it anyhow?
If those two issues were solved, I would love to take it. This is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turn to section 2. Section 2. You are going to hear some announcements made to a group of people who are planning a trip to Greece. First, look at questions 10 to 15. As you listen to the first part of the talk, answer questions 10 to 15. Write no more than 3 words or numbers for each answer.
Good morning, everyone. I'm getting very excited about this trip to Greece, and I'm sure you are too. As you know, we didn't have all the details at our last meeting, but I can give them to you now. We'll leave London Gatwick Airport on British Airways next Wednesday. Please be sure to be at the airport by 6:30. I know it's early, but our departure time is 8:25 a.m. We're quite a large group and we don't want to have any hassles. Please be sure to have all your travel documents ready. We'll arrive in Athens at 2:25 in the afternoon and there'll be a vehicle there to meet us. It'll be a full-sized coach so everyone can travel together. We'll spend 3 full days in our hotel in Athens, although we're only being charged for 2 nights accommodation, which is good news. The second day, we'll go to the National Archaeological Museum to see the enormous collection of ancient Greek works of art, antiques, statues, a brilliant display. We'll eat out at a typical Greek restaurant on Thursday night. It's going to be a very busy time in Athens. Friday morning and afternoon, we'll visit historic sites, but we have nothing planned for the rest of the day. On Saturday, we're off to the islands, the Greek islands of ancient myth and modern romance. Now the big news. At first, we thought we'd take the ferry, but we've been very lucky to secure a sailing boat, which is big enough for all of us. I'm really excited about this part of the trip because we'll see the islands to the best advantage and we'll be able to cruise around and sleep on board. We'll get off at different islands, and for one part of the trip, we'll have people playing Greek traditional music actually on board with us. Now I'll pass out a brochure with all the details. Now look at questions 16 to 18. As the talk continues, answer questions 16 to 18. A lot of work has gone into organising this tour, and I'd like to thank in particular the travel agent who got us a really good deal, and the people at the British Museum who offered us such good advice. Trips like this only happen because of the hard work of really expert people. As you know, we have planned a gathering for when we return. I have a list of things which the committee would like you to bring to the party. They are your pictures and something to eat for everyone to share. You are almost bound to have people ask what we have in common and why we're travelling as a group. I suppose the answer is that we're interested in learning about old societies and vanished cultures, and we all enjoy travelling. Of course, we enjoy fine food too, but that's not as important. Now look at questions 19 and 20. Questions 19 and 20. Oh, I nearly forgot the last piece of information. You'll see there are labels which I have passed around for you to put on all your luggage. Could you fill them in, please? On the top line, please write Greek tour. And on the lower line, write in block letters, I mean uppercase, the letters AA and the number 3. That's AA3. We need to have these labels clearly displayed to help the baggage handlers keep our luggage together on the different parts of our trip. So please don't take them off. That is the end of section 2. You now have some time to check your answers.
انا معدي بالصدفه عادي لقيته قاعد وراسه مدلدله على صدره وبيروح في النوم استناه ينام قمت صحيت اسيبه قمت صحيت اسيبه قمت صحيت ما صدقش قمت صحيت ما يصحش.
أنا رأيي نكمل الإعلان طبعا. Alright. Some fresh air.
Now turn to section 3. Section 3.
Why talking to myself? You guys are here?
Yes.
All right, so you're very much focused, aren't you?
No.
You're not focused? What happened?
There is some internet connection interruption.
My internet connection?
I don't know. Maybe my also.
All right, I know that you guys were muted. Okay, who's got an internet connection? Did you guys notice any internet connection? Anyone else? Hello? How was it? All right, so Yumna noticed that there was an internet connection. Kareem, Hussein, Mohammed, Asma, how did you find it? Was good.
Not bad, not bad. It was just there was some missing parts, but it's okay.
No, but I cannot allow any missing parts to happen. Too many missing parts?
No, no, no. For me, no. For me, no.
Okay. So let's continue. And whatever missing parts there were, I will try to compensate them, to play them again. Okay?
You will hear a tutor and 3 students discussing their work. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 27. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 27.
Good morning, everyone. Well, in today's tutorial, we're going to discuss the essays that you have to submit by the end of next week. Some of you will have already started them, which is good. And if you haven't, well, that's okay, but you'll have to get a move on. So, let's begin with you, Simon. What's happening with you?
Well, I've made a start on it. I've researched the background quite extensively last weekend. I should get to the writing stage tomorrow with a bit of luck, and I'll get finished at the weekend.
And what are you writing about?
I decided to look at the car manufacturing company Jaguar, examine the problems they had with reliability in the 1970s and 80s, how they dealt with it, and how it affected their marketing and sales strategy.
That sounds pretty interesting. Any problems with that?
At the start, I had problems getting information from that far back, but after rooting around in the library, I found some magazines which gave me information and also gave me references to find other stuff. It seems now the only problem is keeping to the...
All right, this recording is not very clear, so allow me to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, this recording is much clearer than before, right? Than the previous one. So again, allow me to share it, please. Again, we'll play section 1, section 2 till the end.
At the end of the real test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to section 1 of your booklet. Section 1. You are going to hear a conversation between Angela and Mr. Ray. Angela is applying to join the library. Listen to the conversation and complete the form below. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. see there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Hello, how can I join the library?
Well, you need to make an application. Would you like to do it now?
Yes, if I can.
One moment, and I'll get the form. Now, I just need to ask you a few questions before you sign at the bottom.
Okay.
Your full name, please.
Angela Mary Price.
Price?
Yes, that's right.
Angela's surname is Price. So in the example, Price has been written down after surname. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will never hear the recording a second time.
Hello, how can I join the library?
Well, you need to make an application. Would you like to do it now?
Yes, if I can.
One moment, and I'll get the form. Now, I just need to ask you a few questions before you sign at the bottom.
Okay.
Your full name, please.
Angela Mary Price.
Price?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And your address?
Apartment 3, 86 Bridge Street, Pimlico.
Bridge Street. That's just near here, isn't it?
Yes, not very far.
Good. So the postcode must be 2065, right?
Yes, that's right.
Now, your telephone number. I need both home and work if you have them.
My home number is 8763-5142, and work is 8456-1307. Do you need anything else, like ID or something?
Yes, your driver's license will do, if you have one.
Right. It's easy to remember. I know it by heart. 4040AC.
I'm afraid I'll also need to see it.
Okay, here it is.
Thanks. And your date of birth, please?
24 March 1981.
Okay, thanks. That's the most important part completed. But if you don't mind, I'd also like to ask you a few questions for a survey we're conducting.
Yes, that's okay.
Now you have some time to read questions 6 to 10. As the conversation continues, answer questions 6 to 10.
What kind of books do you like to read? Here's a list to look at.
Oh, it varies from time to time, but I always like to relax and learn about other countries I might visit one day. I don't like anything too heavy or serious unless it's about animals or the environment. I'm not really into sport very much.
Anything else?
Well, I do like entertaining at home. You know, dinner parties. So I suppose you'll have something for me in that line. The pictures in those books always make me hungry, although they never seem to turn out exactly as they look in the books.
Fine. I think that's all I need now, except I need you to sign here on the application form. Oh, and I almost forgot. The membership fee is $20, which is refundable if you no longer stay a member.
There you are. Do I sign at the bottom here?
Yes, that's right. You can borrow books now if you wish, although your membership card won't be ready until next week. So if you want to borrow today, you can pick up your card when you return your first books. That's if you want to take some now.
I think I will, but I'll have a look around first.
Okay, take your time.
This is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 2. Section 2. You are going to hear a lecture about dining services. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14. Now listen to the tape and answer questions 11 to 14.
Welcome to the Dining Commons. This is the newest facility on campus, and I'm proud to say also one of the best. I know that all university students miss eating home-cooked food. Well, this year, we are hoping to provide students with food and services that will make you feel at home, even without your family. The administration has been listening to the voice of the students. Students gave us frequent suggestions last year as to how we could improve the university. One of the most frequent suggestions was improving the dining options. We have been working hard all summer to come up with ideas that will make student life in the dormitories more pleasant. One of the new options we are offering in the dining facilities is variety in student meals. Last year, there was a set menu for every dinner, so if students didn't like the food, there was no choice. Students had to eat whatever was served. But this new dining facility has 3 completely unique areas, each with a different theme. At every meal, there will be 3 options for students to choose from. For example, there might be Italian food at station number 1, which might consist of pizza and pasta. At station number 2, there would be American food, consisting of hamburgers and hot dogs. At station number 3, there could be vegetarian soups and salads, accommodating all the vegetarians. We hope that with the greater selection of food, all students will find something to their liking.
Now look at questions 15 to 20. Now listen to the tape and answer questions 15 to 20.
Not only will students have more options.
Right. Can I just stop for a while and ask you a few questions? All right. Looking at this type of questions, what do you think is the most important technique that we have to follow?
Keywords.
The keywords. And what do you mean by keywords? What are the keywords in these questions?
The clue, new advantage.
All right. So what's the new advantage in the dining facilities? If I want to underline the clue words, because I'm expecting you guys to have your own copies of the Cambridge book. So, or you can have the Cambridge from 8 to 12 or 8 to 13 books in which you can write whatever you have to. But in the test, you have to get yourself, before the test, you have to get yourselves used to circling the most important words either in the questions or in the answers so that you open your ears wide while listening to these clue words, all right? So in the first question, what is one of the new advantages in the dining facilities? Okay, so whenever we hear these words, we have to stay more focused. It's either students, variety, or sex. Question number 2, what's the clue word here? Dining options?
Last year.
Last year, very good. One problem is one of the most important words, problem. Dining option last year, all right? Student didn't have enough to eat. Students had to pay too much money. Students had to eat whatever is served, right? And then for questions 13 to 14, no more than 3 words, and we have to notice and read the directions very carefully. No more than 3 words, this means that 1 word is acceptable, 2 words and 3 words are acceptable as well in each point, okay? So for question 1, what and what are an example of what food. And here we have to be very careful because they have already given us the type or the origin of this food before they give us the answer to question 13. Have you observed this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please be very careful with these kinds of tricks. Sometimes it's not necessary that they go by order. They said this answer first and then they gave this answer. So be very careful. American food consists of is my clue word that I have to observe while listening. All right? So let's move because I just wanted you to be very careful with what's going on. I don't just want you to listen to whatever is being said. You have to stay very much focused too, okay? And to know what exactly you should do. All right, and now let's move to the next part.
Is that will make students. We hope that with the greater select, each section of the facility will have a head chef. So not only will
Now listen to the tape and answer questions 15 to 20.
not only will students have more options, the food will also be better. Each section of the facility will have a head chef. These are real chefs that have been trained in culinary school and have been hired specifically by the school to work in the